Ready to take your coaching services out for a spin in the marketing world? Let's talk about how to market your coaching services. I've built my business to multi-seven figures by selling a lot of courses and coaching. So in this video, we're diving into the 2 things you should make clear about your coaching services from the start if you want to make high ticket sales. And I can tell you from personal experience that there's a balance between being open to tons of opportunities and also saying no. There's an opportunity cost. So let's talk about what is the best way to make those decisions that's going to lead you to being a more successful coach. Then I want to fill you in on the 3 things to include in your marketing to attract the right coaching client. Let's jump in. Let's talk about the 2 things you should make clear about your coaching services in order to make sales. Whether this is in your sales pitch or on your sales pages, any of your marketing, you want to show your audience that your coaching offers ease and speed. Money loves speed. Success loves speed. If you look at your value ladder, at the bottom of your value ladder, you have the things that are lower priced. Maybe it's a smaller course for like $47 or $97. And at the highest part of your value ladder, people are paying the highest price because they're getting the most value. Maybe that's thousands or several thousands of dollars. Your client is either going to invest more time or more money. At the lowest price, maybe it's a $47 challenge or something, they're getting the value, they're getting the information, but they have to take the time to implement it. Just like reading a book, you could read a book on how to build a 7-figure business and make $1 million, or you could hire someone that has all the resources and be able to actually help do it with you or for you. So money loves speed, and your coaching program, the higher up people get in your value ladder, the more they invest, should be able to get them to that outcome faster. Every step of your value ladder, whether you have low ticket courses or high ticket coaching, is still getting them to a similar outcome, but is giving them more access, more resources, and more speed to getting to that outcome. I want to hear from you. How is your coaching service different from anything else you offer? Let me know in the comments below. I really want you to pay attention to that throughout your value ladder, no matter what price point your audience, your clients are investing at, you're still giving them a similar outcome, but the amount of ease and speed is what changes. You're still speaking to your client using the same language throughout. So I want to emphasize that. If you're teaching your audience like university level, you're not speaking to the bottom of your value ladder at kindergarten. You're still giving your audience a university level curriculum, but giving them a different level of access to coaching. In a course, it's probably more do-it-yourself at a lower ticket price where they're investing more time than money. In a done with you, they're investing more money because they'll probably have more access, more coaching, and then at a done for you or a higher ticket coaching where they have more resources, more coaching, maybe more done for you systems and templates provided to them that's going to give them the fastest track to the success that they want. When I first started my business, I had some courses, I had some coaching clients, and I basically said yes to anything that crossed my desk, which can be a great experience to learn new things, gain new skills, but can also be really limiting. Have you ever heard of the phrase niche down to blow up? You could be the jack of all trades, master of none, but when people know you for the thing that you're good at, you can get referrals, you're known as the go-to, as the guru, as the absolute undeniable leader in your niche. Warren Buffett also has a quote about the difference between successful people and really successful people is that the really successful people say no more often. There's a big opportunity cost in saying yes to everything. I'll give you a really funny example. I had a client that came to me. He said he was a dating coach and he wanted to learn how to grow his business using my systems and my strategies. I hadn't really vetted this client. He just had his hands out with money and wanted to work with me, and I said, sure, let's do it. Well, within our first call, I learned that he was not a dating coach. He was a pickup artist. And his tagline was something to the effect of how to get women in bed in 30 minutes or less. I personally, my values don't align with that. So as tempting as it was to take the opportunity because it was money in his hand that he wanted to work with me, I had to make the decision to say, no, this isn't the right fit, and turn that client away. If I had worked with him, it probably would have been draining. It probably would have sucked at my soul, and I would have not had the opportunity or capacity to take on other clients that are in alignment with my skills, with my expertise, and with my values. So it's really important to have clear values in the clients you work with, but also have a niche that you know that you can be so successful with and get the best results for your clients. I also want to speak to opportunity costs when it comes to your promotional opportunities. You could be adding value in similar environments like podcast episodes or Clubhouse or speaking at other people's events, and you want to get the word out about your coaching services and demonstrate your leadership and expertise, but also look at what are the highest revenue generating opportunities that you can be doing for your business. And the best ways for you to know that is just by testing. Will you make more money and get a return on your investment, a return on your time when you do your own webinars or when you are a guest on someone else's podcast? Look to that and then categorize your activities by the ones that are most revenue generating and also revenue protecting. Next, I'm going to share with you the 3 things to include in your marketing to attract the right client. But before I do that, have you subscribed to this channel yet? If you want to bring your business closer to infinite cash flow with evergreen content and incredible offers, go ahead, hit that red subscribe button and be notified every time I upload one of these trainings. I'm sharing this with you from experience. I've learned what to do and what not to do. So I'm going to share with you the 3 things to do to include in your marketing to attract the right coaching client. The first one is to use terms and phrases that will be recognized by your target audience. One of the things that I like to do is actually have communication with my audience, whether that's through a Facebook group or actually get on calls with people to learn the language that they're using so that that exact language I can use back in my copy, in my sales pages, in my pitch. I had a time in my business where I was struggling so hard. Our business was in the red. I was investing more than I was making, and I had to make the really difficult decision of laying off 3 of my employees, which honestly caused me to have to almost start over my business and do multiple roles at the same time. I was on sales calls all day and then doing the work at night just to be able to make the business run. But the silver lining of that is that on those sales calls with people, I would hear directly from my target audience what they wanted, what their pain points were. And I actually made an inventory of all the things that they said that they wanted and what they didn't want, what their obstacles were, and what would be the magic wand solution to help all their problems be solved. That became like my handbook to get these sales and get them faster than ever. So if you can learn the terms and phrases, the exact language that your audience is using and use that back in your copy. Like, for example, if your clients are saying, I want to skyrocket my business, I want to generate more leads, I want to feel more fulfilled in my relationships than ever, use those exact words. Don't try to find a synonym of it. Use the exact words, because when your audience hears that back, they feel like they matter, they feel like you understand them, and if they know, like, and trust you, they will most likely feel like they want to invest. The second thing to make sure that you include is a clear description of what your service includes. However, we don't want to overwhelm them with jargon and buzzwords. Explain in basic terms what's included without overwhelming with too many details. For example, if you're selling your client on a vacation to Hawaii, you're going to tell them about the bluest waters they've seen, about feeling the breeze in their hair, about being able to snorkel and go on these adventures that's going to bond them with their family. You're not going to tell them about the 10-hour plane ride and having to go through security and sit next to someone who stinks and they're probably going to lose your luggage. You're going to tell them the benefits and paint the picture for them of what they're going to get instead of all the minute details. That said, we're not trying to bait and switch them with the details of it, but you're showing them the outcome that of course it's going to take some effort. Of course it's going to take some work and travel and effort to get there. But the biggest thing is you're going to show them the outcome and paint the vision of that future that they're going to achieve with your solution. And the third thing, my favorite, is what we call the don't miss the bus strategy. And BUS is an acronym for bonus, urgency, and scarcity. And what this does is it gives your audience a reason to act fast. When you're pitching them something and you're showing them what they can get by joining your coaching program, you want to give them a reason to sign on. So I'll give you an example for each. For a bonus, maybe you say, if you sign up in the next 30 minutes, I'm also going to give you a one-on-one breakthrough strategy intensive with me. This is valued at this much. They get this higher perceived value by taking action fast. Or maybe they get a bonus of a small discount by taking action fast. If you just leave it open that they can sign up whenever they feel like it, they don't have that urgency. They don't feel like they actually have to do it right away. And then your competitor, who does give them that reason to act fast, is going to swoop up their business. So this is really important that you give them that urgency while they have that emotional reason to sign up. You can also install urgency by maybe giving them a shorter window for when they can sign up for this. Maybe you say this is only available for the next 24 hours. That way, clock is ticking, they've got to take action. And you can install scarcity by maybe having a lower capacity. Think about it, when your favorite performer comes to town, they're hosting a concert, you know there's only so many seats available in that stadium, so you got to get those tickets before they sell out. In your coaching program, maybe you say you only have the capacity to serve 10 people at a time. Make sure that that's not false scarcity, that you only accept 10 people, and when those spots are gone, the cart closes. This gives you a reason to act fast and helps you to grow your business the fastest. Guys, the cash flow knowledge doesn't stop here. I want to show you the step-by-step process of building 3 unique offers in your business that will pave the way for infinite cash flow and help you to effortlessly ascend your audience from hello to high ticket. This is how I grow my coaching program to 7 figures, and I want to share it all with you. So if you're ready to jump on the fastest path to cash, I want you to join us for our next free private training where I will break it all down for you, even give you our done for you systems that you can implement in your business to make those high ticket coaching clients. So you can do that right now by going to hellotohighticket.com, or I've linked that in the description below.